down at the cross where Savior died. Downward from cleansing from sin, I cried. There to my heart was the blood applied, singing glory to His name. I am so wondrously saved from sin. Jesus so sweetly abides within. Down at the cross where He took me, singing glory. I'm singing glory to His name. I'm singing glory to His name. Then to my heart was the blood. I'm singing glory to Him. I know it was the blood. I know it was the blood. I know it was the blood for who? You. One day when I was lost, Jesus died on the cross, and I know it was the blood for me. He never said a mumbling word. Hebrews chapter 12. He never said a mumbling word. He never said a mumbling word for me. One day when I was alone, Jesus died upon me, and I know Him. Verse 1, Hebrews 12 and 1. They put it on the screen. They pierced Him in His side. Hebrews 12 and 1. They pierced Him in His side for me. You was lost. Jesus died. And I know therefore, since we have so great a cloud of witnesses, tell your neighbor you're in good company, surrounding us. They may not physically be here, but their testimonies, their faith is still surrounding us. If it's in the book, it's surrounding you. Let us also lay aside every, I'm in the NASB, the New American Standard. It says, let us lay aside every encumbrance. It's cumbersome. Or yours says the weights and the sin which so easily entangles us. And let us run. Somebody say run. Believe I run on and see what the end gonna be. And let us run with endurance the race that is set before us. Check your neighbor's shoes and say, have you tied your shoes? Check your shoes, check your shoes, check your shoes. The race has begun, but you can't be at the starting line fixing your shoes. The race has begun. Fixing our eyes, oh God. I will look to the hills from which cometh my help, my help. the race that is set before us, fixing our eyes on Jesus. If I look at your Instagram account, it may throw me off. If I look at your timeline, it may throw me off. If I look at your face, it may throw me off. I need to look. I can't see nobody. I need my eyes to adjust. I say I need my eyes to adjust. And maybe that's some of our problems. We need our eyes to adjust because the light has changed. Fixing our eyes on Jesus. I like this. The author and perfecter. Please be patient with me. God is not through. Are there any works in progress in the room? I can't hear nobody up in here. I say, are there any works in progress in the room? Whenever there's construction, they always put something that hides what's going on behind them. Are there any works in progress? We are sorry for the inconvenience, but God's still working on me. I'm sorry I can't be all that you expect me to be right now, but God's still working on me. If you give God a couple of weeks, He's going to get me worked out. But please be patient. Just chill for a moment. Take your neighbor, just chill for a moment. He's working on me. He's working on me. And the crazy thing, if He's working on all of us, then you stay behind your curtain, I'm going to stay behind mine, and God let it work on everybody at the same time. Can I get somebody to say amen? The author and the perfecter of the faith, who for the joy set before Him endured the cross. I'm in a bad situation, but I got joy because I know it's on the other side. I'm in a painful situation, but I got joy because I know it's on the other side. I'm in a precarious situation up here, but I realize when I get back down in a couple of days, it's going to be a whole lot better. I wish I had some faith people that are great. It may not look good right now, but give God a couple of moments. It's going to all work out. It's going to all work out. So how can you have joy in the midst of adversity? Something's on the other side. How can you still have peace when everything is breaking out all around you? Something is on the other side. How can I still have the right mind even when hell is breaking out in every area of my life? Something must be on the other side. How can I endure this test, this trial, this circumstance like a good soldier? Something must be on the other side. Tell your neighbor it's on the other side. Endured. If I told you, what if it's not going to get any better? I heard some of y'all say the devil is alive. What if you didn't get married in the next 3 years? What if they didn't give you a promotion on the job? Oh, it's quiet in here now. What if your body didn't get healed, but you still had to be a wounded healer? In other words, I'm sick, but I'm praying for you. I'm broke, but I'm still trying to find you money. Y'all quiet in here. I'm struggling in this class, but I can help you in that class. What happens if God don't change your circumstances, but says, I need you to change how you think about your circumstances? See, one of the fruit of the Spirit is long. I just need to see if I have 2 Bible scholars in the room. One of the fruit of the Spirit is long. So what happens when I don't know when it's going to end, but He's keeping me in the midst of it? What happens when I don't know when my season's going to change, but while I'm in this season, I got to give God glory, hallelujah, anyhow, because I realize in the midst of it all, He's promised to never leave me nor forsake me. So even while I'm in this, He's in it with me. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow, I won't fear because you're with me. Somebody give God a praise because He's still with you. So the topic I pulled today says remaining faithful. Remaining faithful through challenges. If you have nothing to look forward to, you'll quit. Y'all quiet in here. Y'all remember your first semester of college? You were excited to be away from home. Somebody holler back at your boy. You were so glad. Listen, all summer long, you were like, oh, man, I got to get my new sheets. Call my grandmama because I need one of those small refrigerators. Matter of fact, some of y'all bought new notebooks, and, I'm going to put forth great effort. I'm going to be focused. Yeah. You saw all your first classes like, You excited. Somebody say excited. By the end of the first half of the semester, Lord have mercy, I've been out a little bit too much. Your mama called and said, how things going? Oh, everything is good. Second semester, you start off and say, you know what? I didn't do too well last semester. I got to do a little bellow. I got to just do a little bellow. How many had that testimony? I'm going to do a little better this semester. I'm not going to club as much. Now, I'm still got to hang out, but I just can't do it as much. I got to bring it in. I can't go, that's when y'all used to call them kickbacks. I got to cut my kickbacks down to like at least, I'll just leave early. This semester, I can't go to class on gummies. I gotta be, I gotta kind of be sober because I gotta pay attention. Now, you get through second semester, you never prayed as hard as you ever prayed. Lord, you know what I need. All my people that prayed hard in college and not in church, come on, raise your hand. Your prayer was real short. Lord, help me. I don't want to fail. Lord, I ain't study. I need help. Lord, please don't let me fail. Please, Lord. If they just give me a D-, I'm good, dog. I'm good. Your boo, your babe from high school, you cut them off because it fell off during the summer because you're like, it ain't going to work out. And so you scoping out. And some of y'all said, I'm going to stay focused. I ain't going to date nobody first semester, but I do need a little buddy on the side. Don't look at nobody and ask them, are you on the buddy system still? Don't ask them, are you my buddy and me. Now, I'm using this as an analogy because most of you all can relate. But the same tenacity that it took you to get from first year to second year. Because see, second year don't look like first year, because first year is like you go through all your oops and mistakes and foolishness, and second year is like, I gotta settle down or I'll never finish. If you ever make it to the third year, like I'm a junior now, you are too far in to stop, but too far away to quit. I got too much invested in this to stop now, but I'm too far away from my goal to just quit. I wish I had somebody. I got too much student loan debt for me to stop and then have nothing to show for it. I'm in, is there anybody? I'm in between. And so if it's not for the fact that you have your eyes fixed on a goal, you will quit and say, all this ain't worth it. But when you become the first person to graduate from college in your family, something says somebody's got to break the curse. Well, you the one person says, I refuse to be broke like the rest of my family. I got to do something to get. I wish I had 10 folk in here. I don't need everybody. Something says, it may not be convenient now. It may be challenging now. It may be inconvenient now, but I'm in between. And what gets me reaching towards that is that I realize after this, there's got to be glory after this. There's got to be better after this. There's got to be a breakthrough after this. There's got to be hope after this. There's got to be better after this. There's got to be something substantial on the other side. So when you see people fall off and say, what happened to Shanice? Oh, child, she transferred. What happened to DeAndre? He got a little trouble. He ain't make it back. What happened to Miriam? Miriam? Oh, that's her name? I thought her name was Peaches. No, her name Miriam. She had to stop, child. She had to start working to try to save some money to get back in school. Now, how many of you ever heard that story where people that started with you didn't make it through? Somehow, according to statistics, when it comes down to African Americans, in our context, when it comes down to college, only less than 40% of us actually make it through college within 6 years. So if 10 blacks go to college, only about 3 of them are actually going to finish. Only about 3 of them. So now, for all of us that are in the room that actually have graduate degrees, that's even less. That's like less than 10%. Because those that made it through, that were in the 30%, 35, I give you that. Figure, I don't have enough energy. I don't have enough tenacity. I don't have enough to make it through another degree. I wish I had just a few witnesses in here. I'm just tired of school. How many just say, I'm just sick of school? Like, listen, I got mines. God bless you. Thank you. Danced across the stage and said, I won't be back. I won't be back. I won't be back. No more. No more. No more. And we'll go swing. Now, what does that have to do with challenges? What does that have to do with challenges? Because some of y'all, this word wears me out. I'm adulting. No, either you are adult or you're not. Like, I'm adulting. Either you're an adult, you grown. You grown. Tell your neighbor, you grown. And some of y'all been grown a long time. You grown. I'm about to throw my curveball. You grown. You grown. Now, some of you all are dependent grown folk. In other words, I'm grown, but mama, help your children. Don't let them fall by the side. I don't know if I'm going to say key. Oh, the road. Thank you. Now listen, it's okay to be dependent. It's all right. If you got some help, get some help. Because some of us don't have no help. When I left, they were like, listen, God bless you. You're going to do well. Don't call, don't ask for nothing. Because I knew they didn't have it. So from the age of 15, I've been working full time. All my hustlers in the room say, hop, hop, say something to me. For those of you all that were able to just focus on school, God bless you. That was not my testimony. Your job is school. No, that was not my job. My job was Shoney's, McDonald's, Hardee's. Now, let me be spiritual, because y'all think I'm going to mess the sermon up. Let me be spiritual. What time does that say? I really can't see. Is that 11:16? I got to be done by 11:30 because I got another place to preach at 1 o'clock. Those that would like to follow the preacher, they're going to put it on the screen. Let me throw this on the curveball. Look, let me see your eyeballs. I can't see y'all, no way. Anyway, when I read the question, remaining faithful through life, it's pretty much saying, how can I remain stable when I got life happening? And watch this. I wish we were more spiritual than we claim to be. I wish we were more spirit-centered and Christ-centered than we claim to be. Work, Lathan. This is why I was setting y'all up with all the good stuff. Church is the only place where people come with their natural issues expecting a spiritual answer for a natural issue when you don't govern your life spiritually to govern your natural issues. So the answer you asking us to give to you, or the advice, the wisdom, the counsel, your culture ain't going to sustain the advice we're giving to you. because you running your life. You don't look to Jesus, who's the author and finisher, because you think you're the author and it ain't finished. So you won't look to him in your daily activities because you are running your daily activities. You didn't pray before you chose your major. You said, this is what I want to do with my life. And you did it. And then when it didn't work out, then you want to pray, oh, Lord, help me with a new major. If you had came to him in the first place, I can't hear nobody up in here. Am I making sense to anybody? So when you don't have your instructions right, it's hard to make it through challenges because though he's with you, he didn't authorize you. God's will, God's way. And if you've been telling God no, say it again, if you've been telling God no, then have the audacity and the boldness and the gall to then go to the one you've been telling no. I know I told you no about that, but can you please hook me up again? That sounds real selfish, don't it? Now, let me go a little further with the same point. Remaining faithful. First of all, were you faithful in the first place? Because you don't know if you're faithful unless you've been through a challenge. Holler back at your boy. In other words, when it's rough, are you faithful? When it's good, are you faithful? As a matter of fact, you can't say you're faithful unless there's been a season and a long season of stability of you doing the same thing. Some of y'all don't even come to church the same time. Some of y'all don't even come. No shade intended. I'm the pastor today. Because we treat God any kind of way we want to. And then expect great things from him. If you were in a relationship like that, you would be complaining every day. You asked me to bring you something. You asked me to come bring you lunch. You asked me to call. You asked me to do that. And all I asked you to do is one thing, and you can't even do that one thing. How many ever said, I asked you to do one thing, you can't even do that? And then you want to complain to your friends and then get on social media and stuff and talk about, relationships are so weird because everybody, just want to use you up and then blah, blah, Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Your environment is a reflection of who you are. Crickets. Oh, he preaching real good. Seeing that we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses. Who were the witnesses? Well, we were in Hebrews chapter 12. We would have to go to Hebrews chapter 11 to see the hall of faith of all the individuals who had come through great obstacles worse than yours, but still held fast to Jesus. Or still held fast to the fact that though Jesus is not here, I still know there's a Messiah coming. That's why it talks about the faith that they had, that they did not see it, but they still believed it. David never saw Christ, but he saw Christ. Abraham never saw Christ, but he saw Christ. Why? Because my faith goes beyond what I see. That's why we walk by faith and not by sight. But some of us are getting tripped up by what we see because we don't have nothing that we don't see. Intentional pause. Then it says, let us lay aside. Come on back, lady. You know how I like to do this illustration. Who bagged this here? This closed up. I can't see what's inside of it. Oh, this furry. Mm-hmm. Let me see your shoe. Mm-hmm. No, your kids will come back. Let me see that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I don't need nothing to fall out of there. Oh, it'll be back after a while. Hey, Victor, I missed you, child. Give me that right now. It's so good to see you. I mean that, no shade intended. Let me hold your sunglasses. I'll hold them right because I know you're real picky. Then you start talking about how you got these in France or something like that, cooking for Jean-Paul. Give me your sunglasses too. Now, it's a stick up. Give me your money. Well, give me your phone. All right. Tell the pastor, no, it's a new generation. Okay. I'm not in sin, but I am weighted down. I ain't done nothing wrong, but I sure look cumbersome. I can't be good to nobody because all the stuff I have, and it's making it difficult for me to fulfill my assignment because I'm too busy focused on holding this stuff. And then watch this. It ain't even my stuff. I'm carrying everybody else's stuff. And watch this. If you went through your life and asked yourself, whose stuff am I? Is there anybody understand? Remaining faithful in the challenges. Some of the challenges ain't even your challenges. You just took on other people. You and asked people, give me your problem. Give me that. Some of y'all been asking other folk for stuff and you barely handling your own. Somebody say, preach, Rev. No, I'm going to teach first. I'm going to calm down. I'll preach in a little bit. No, I'll be done in a little bit. I barely remember whose stuff I have and where I got it from. You can't face challenges because your hands are full with stuff that don't belong to you. So lay aside every sin. Some of y'all stuff ain't sin. If I talk about sin, y'all will know, all that stuff. Some of y'all are just weighted down by stuff. Stuff. How I get your shoe? Some of the stuff you have in your hands don't even make sense for why you even have it. It was minding its own business. Look at that old glitter. Look at that old glitter shoe. You ain't got to put it on, child. You ain't ready to put it on. That's a boot. Matter of fact, where did I get this from? I've already picked the topic. This is the bucket I got the topic from. So I don't need it in my hand because it's not good for the assignment today. Now, I'm going to need it next week, but I don't need it right now. Some stuff you don't need for right now, so go ahead and sit it to the side because it's not good for the season you in right. Am I making sense to anybody in the room? Matter of fact, I'm tired of caring for these because it's not my responsibility to care for these. I realize they're valuable, but they're valuable to you. I don't need them because I can't wear them. I wish I had somebody that understood the words coming. Some stuff you are taking on from other people you don't even need, so you need to give it back to them and let them care. That's your problem. God bless you. You deal with that. Who per? What is? Per. I didn't say no S-E. Per. Is that yours? I'm so glad to see you, dear. Uh-huh. And guess what? The more you start giving stuff back to people, don't take it back. Tell your neighbor, don't take it back. I'm glad my wife's not here. Pray for her. She enjoying herself in Atlanta doing some assignment. She bothers me sometimes. You can tell I said it. I'm on camera. Tell her. I wasn't supposed to walk around, but I am walking around. At least I'm going in the same area. We got two cameras. Thank y'all. My wife bothers me sometimes. The reason she bothers me, because my wife will have, if y'all ever watch my wife, she'll have 4 bags on her arm, wobbling like this, chasing after Caden. And be like, I'm just like, why don't you just give a bag to somebody? Why don't you allow somebody to help you? I got it, but your arm about to fall off. Ma'am, you look a mess. Ma'am, you look like the bag lady. And then she rolled out, you get that little eyebrow, and then, then she threatens to hit me and stuff like, I don't care, I'm trying to help you. I'm really trying to help me, because if you tired, I kept it real clean, didn't I? Mm-hmm. I kept it real clean. Sorry, that's grown folk talk. Y'all said y'all adulting. I'm adulting. All right, be a whole adult. A whole adult. Now, I'm going to close this out. Now, dealing with the challenges, life is going to be life. Let's stop tripping. Tell your neighbor, stop tripping. Some stuff we complain about is just life. It's life. And some of y'all, it ain't going to change. If you feel like you're called to do a lot of great things, raise your hand. Put your hand down. Y'all make me so sick. Y'all make me so sick. I'm gonna ask it again. How many are called to do a lot of great things? Y'all make me so sick. Let me tell you why y'all make me sick. I'm gonna talk to you. Mother, it's not you. It's the rest of them. Let me tell you why they make me so sick. Because you complain when you feel like your plate is too full. But you said you called to do great things. What's going to condition you to do great things if you can't handle small things? Thank you, Luke chapter 16. He that is faithful in the least is faithful also in much. So stop complaining and thank God that he trusts your fool self with great things in your hands. We're complaining about stuff we ask God for. You asked God for that job. So why are you complaining 3 months in? Talking about, they just asked me to do too much. That's why they gave you the salary they gave you. And if you didn't like the salary, guess what you should have said? Negotiate. I was going to ask them for more, but I was trying to be nice. Why are you trying to be? They the one with the money. You setting am I making sense to anybody? You setting yourself up. They posted a job and say, hey, these are all the requirements. Do you understand what we asked you to do? Oh, yeah, child, I'm just excited. You ain't read not nan line, ain't read not nan job description. You didn't read that they're going to ask you to be there 60 hours a week. That's why they gave you a bonus of $5,000. Ooh, all you saw was, child, I get a bonus of $5,000. But you got to earn it. You not adulting, you tripping. And here's the bigger thing. I'm just dealing with life. Some of you all are doing the same thing in the spirit because you want great things in the natural, but he said, I would that you prosper and be in good health, even as. That means your soul is prospering first. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and all of his righteousness and all these things. We want the stuff and then want to say, Jesus, come and bless the stuff. No, you got to have Jesus first to help you sustain the stuff that Jesus gives you. So some of the challenges that we're experiencing are not really challenges. It's just our immaturity. And God says, I got to put you in certain situations to mature your immature self because you're acting like an adolescent, but you want adult responsibility. Everybody want a car until it's time to pay the note. Everybody want their own apartment to the first of the month. Child, I need to get me a roommate. Remaining faithful through the challenges of life. I'm going to read this again because y'all talking real good. Stop. I just got to say it again. Stop tripping. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It will be as bad as you make it in your mind. But if I give your same life to somebody else, they're probably a whole grateful the fact that they actually had some of the challenges that you have. I never want to complain about my kids. Now, I may act real crazy, talk trash about them. I love them, though. I love my boys. But I also realize there are people who wish they could actually have kids. Does that make any sense? That's not a challenge. Now, having kids is challenging. All my parents just say hello. If you got more than one, God bless you. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you got multiple, where April at? If you got a whole, Jesus, if you have a whole school in your house, that's challenging. But watch this. If God trusts you with that, oh, preach, Lathan. If God trusts you with that, he's not trusting you. He's trusting him on the inside of you to bring you to a place. He that's begun a good work is faithful and just to complete it to the day of Jesus Christ. If he trusts you enough to allow him to be inside of you, get out of the way and let God be your God. It's not a challenge. It's not as bad as you're making it. Because guess what? Most times when people have challenges, they take it out on the church. Oh, y'all, I know I'm telling the truth. Where you been? Oh, I'm just going through some things. If ever you need to be at the altar, if ever you need to be lifting your hands in worship saying, I can't handle this, but Lord, I know a God that can. If ever you needed a word of encouragement or a word that says where I am right, if ever you need to be around the saints that say, listen, we all going through trouble, we're going to give God praise. If ever you need to be amongst the right environment, it's when you are having challenges. It ain't the church's fault. And as your pastor, as a prophetic voice in the land, I'm sick of hearing it. It's not the church's fault. This church didn't do nothing to you except try to make you better. Because you said you didn't want to stay in the predicament you're in. So if inconvenient circumstances came, thank God for them, because God says, I'm trying to mature you. Because if I let you just sit there and whine the whole time, guess what? You will never mature to a greater place. And there are people that are going through a whole lot more than you and a whole lot worse. You ought to be grateful that you got the life you have. I can't hear nobody up in here. I just don't make enough money. Well, thank God you got bills. Thank God you can read. Thank God you got some kind of money. And I'm be careful. I did not make it seem like that stuff doesn't affect your emotions. It does. But there's a certain perspective. Like if I'm transparent, I've been broke as a joke all week. Like most time, if I'm saying I'm broke, that just means there's another check on the way. And, it just ain't hit there. Or I at least got $30. I'm talking about like, how can I pull $2 from this account? Because my money's locked up in one of my businesses. But I realized on the other side of this, thank God. It's called making it through the dip. I got to get out of here. I got to go preach in a whole other place. It's called making it through the dip. The dip is that place where it don't look good. But you realize if I can just make it through this, it don't feel good. But if I can just make it through this, it doesn't even look promising. But if I can just make it, through this tough spot, I realize on the other side of this, I'm trying to sell a house. My first house, I told y'all my story. I'm trying to go from rags to riches right before your eyes. I'm trying to set a narrative that you've never seen a black folk go from nothing to having something right before your eyes. I'm trying to do it. My first house, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus, it was my experience. I'm trying to sell it, and it's been the longest period of time just to get it ready so I can get it sold. I finally got it on market. Do you realize in 24 hours, I had an offer? And in 12 more hours after that, I had an offer for full price. Now, I'm not saying that to boast. I'm sharing with you. I just told you I've been broke as a joke. Like, it's not funny. Like, no, it's not funny. Like, no. Like, when all your credit cards are maxed out, y'all quiet in here. I'm just being transparent. I'm going to talk about me to make you feel better about you. Like, when you use up all your credit cards and you had to pay one down just to like one of the things that you had recurring can actually clear. I can't hear nobody here. Y'all know what I'm saying? So I got a bad situation, and sometimes it's like, man, so wish. Like, took my wife to date night, and we sharing a Chick-fil-A fry.
All right. That's all right. That's right.
Now, on one side, it don't feel good. Because I'm used to going like, listen, we going out where you want to go. But now it's kind of like, all right, listen, I got a free coupon for, I got a free sandwich, you buy the fry. I'm a grown man. It didn't feel good. But watch this. If I focus on how bad it was, I'll miss the point that I'm actually out with my baby. We sharing the fry, we chilling in the car, and it's better to, man, you know what I'm saying? If you focus on the challenges so much, you miss the fact that you good. Tell your neighbor you good. Like, enjoy the moment, you good. Well, I get to buy no whole, but somebody else paid for it. It's called a coupon. Hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. It ain't that bad.